Well, good morning, St. Andrews. It's good to be with you digitally again. I look forward to being back with you on Zoom next Sunday. Thought I would offer up a few thoughts about this week's gospel reading, which is, of course, the story of Peter walking on the water um, and looking at the wind, seeing the wind, um, losing faith, and then beginning to sink. And Jesus asks him this question: um, you have little faith. Why did you doubt? This has often in my life been a very difficult passage for me, because I would read it through the lens of I read it through the lens of a teenager who was really prone to feel shame and to not feel like I was good enough, to feel like I struggled to measure up to people around me, to other external factors, and even internally within myself, always knowing that I could be better, and um, and it's not been until recently where I've been able to hear this passage in a very different way and to hear Jesus' voice in a different way. Um, and I think for a lot of people, um, they hear Jesus' voice as one who shames them. Um, you have little faith. Why did you doubt? Um, you were walking on water. Why would you believe anything else? Have you not been with me all this time um, and and not known that you could do this? Um, and that has shifted more to a voice of curiosity and really genuinely asking the question, um, why did you doubt? We were walking on water. We were out here together. I was with you in this storm. I was coming out to you. Everything was going fine. So tell me about that. Tell me more about this doubt. Um, and I, and then I think about how do we translate this story to our lives, to our current time. Um, there's lots of storms raging around us, and we're out in the boat, and I think often it feels like God is not with us, um, and we can't see clearly through the storm that God is coming to us in the midst of it, and in fact kind of calls us to be in the storm, um, and um, that storm right now, it's got multiple layers to it. All the protesting, um, all of the political division with the election coming up, the pandemic, um, people fighting over whether or not to wear masks. These are all storms that we're going through. Um, Not to mention economic crisis. Not to mention um, the the storms that were going on before any of this even hit. Um, you know, people not having clean drinking water, um, people going hungry, homelessness, domestic violence and abuse, sex trafficking. Um, there's lots of storms going on, and it's often easy to lose faith in that and to doubt and to doubt where God is. So I think that would be the question that I would hope we would lean into this week, is to think about what it is that makes us doubt and what that looks like for us, and to have an honest conversation about that. And it might be good for you all to have a conversation about that without your priest there. I certainly wouldn't shame anybody for having doubt. I think doubt is an important part of being a person of faith. It strengthens our faith if we work with it in the right way. And I think a lot of it has to do with naming our doubt. And by doing that, it takes some of the power away. Um, but I know for me personally, what makes me doubt is I can get in a rut where I see that things are not changing, that we have not seen the kingdom of God the way that Jesus envisioned it. And sometimes I get down and think, well, maybe it's not even possible. Um, maybe we're always bound to be in this spiral of violence and of not loving one another, and that certainly can be the wind that I look at, and can pay too much attention to that and forget the fact that Christ is in the storm, is on the water with me, um, and has called me to come to Him on the water, um, because Christ knows that we can do it. The question is whether or not we know we can. And so, yeah, why do you doubt? And what does doubt look like for you? And I look forward to being back with you again next week. Peace.